Greetings, everyone. Welcome inside the McLeod Center in Cedar Falls, Iowa, where the University of Northern Iowa Panthers are hosting DePaul in a unique, rare, non-conference matchup here. Several things make it unique. One, we're playing volleyball in the spring. Usually it's the fall for these D1 schools. Secondly, UNI was scheduled to play Illinois State today and tomorrow. Earlier in the week, Illinois State was unable to make the trip due to some issues within their program. So UNI didn't want to have a 13-day break. They found DePaul, who has just played at Creighton yesterday and the day before, and that's what brings us here. Beth West joining me, Eric Braley. We're glad that DePaul and UNI found each other and are getting this non-conference match in.
Exactly. It's a unique opportunity. It's right on the way home for DePaul, coming from Omaha, playing Creighton. So we're excited for this non-conference matchup.
It's unique how close they are geographically, have not played against each other a whole lot in their series history.
They have not. This is just the 6th meeting overall between the two institutions. UNI holds the lead. There you see it, 4-1, and it's been, what, over 30 years since they've played.
So, none of these players that are playing today were alive back when these two schools both faced off. The starting lineups are getting announced on the court here. That'll give us a chance to look at the keys for the match. For DePaul, they haven't played a lot of matches, and they're coming off 2 straight losses to a top 25 ranked team in Creighton.
That's right. DePaul's coming from Omaha, playing Creighton, and I think today they just want to play with energy. They're playing their 3rd match in 3 days, so they need to dig deep and muster up some strength to play some energy here in Cedar Falls, round out their road trip. They also want to serve aggressively. DePaul wants to serve tough to put pressure on UNI's serve receive. We've seen other opponents do that to UNI. So a poor pass would put UNI's offense out of system and limit their attack options. So DePaul definitely wants to serve tough.
DePaul's head coach, Marie Zidek, in her 3rd year coaching. Those are the keys to the game. Let's take a look at the keys to the game for the Panthers, who coming off a win as they split against Indiana State in conference play last weekend on their home court.
Yeah, for UNI, it's the flip of what I just told you about DePaul. So for UNI, they want to focus on ball control. Quality passing is the foundation of any success in volleyball. So UNI wants to focus on their serve receive passing, their scrappy defense, and just putting their setter and offense in a position to score. Secondly, I want to see UNI get their middles involved. So if UNI can pass well and stay in system, they'll be able to have all their offensive options available, which includes their efficient middles. So getting those middles involved helps provide offensive balance, and it takes some of the load off of UNI's pin hitters.
Good ball control, good passing helps you get those middles involved. Those are the keys. Let's take a look at the coaches in this battle. As we talked about, 22-50 overall record for Coach Zidek. 2nd best Big East win percentage, though, in DePaul history. It takes a little while to get things going, and she hasn't been there a long time.
Yeah, just her 3rd season at DePaul, but she's an experienced coach. She's been at other institutions before, so she brings good volleyball knowledge to DePaul and working, like you said, to get them into that winning tradition.
And she has an assistant on her bench who is a native Iowan as well.
Yes, Erin Higgins. She's from Bettendorf, Iowa, and she played at Missouri St. Louis and then had some coaching stints at some other institutions, now with DePaul as an assistant. So nice to have Erin back in her home state. Erin's
wearing the cardigan sweater on the bench there. And we are ready to go here. DePaul and UNI in a rare meeting on the volleyball court. And a week ago, these two teams had no idea they'd be facing off against each other in this non-conference battle. First attack for the Panthers sails deep and out of bounds. And the first point of the match goes to DePaul, the Blue Demons, out of the Big East. Serving for DePaul from that middle back row is Molly Murhey. That is a deep serve. It's a service error, and we're tied 1-1. Couple miscues early on here for the early points.
Just shaking off some rust. DePaul should be well warmed up after 2 matches, but UNI just getting going on the weekend.
DePaul works it to the outside. Good swing, but an even better up by UNI defensively there. Ball tipped on the far sideline. Nice placement. And that's DePaul's second point here. Here's the replay.
There you see DePaul's middle being aggressive, taking ownership of that net. On an overpass, stays active. Tips it to a spot where no UNI defense is.
Sarah Konovadoff with some good passing early on for UNI. Blocked at the net, that's down for a point. Carly Spies and Inga Rado team up on the outside. Here's the replay.
Inga and Carly do a good job when they're up there together, putting up a strong, solid block. On UNI's side, that might be my favorite blocking duo. They do a really good job moving and setting up well together.
The upperclassmen, both juniors for the Panthers. Donner thought about it and then pulled her hands back at the last second. Ball sails out of bounds into the Panther bench, and the Panthers have the lead at 3-2. DePaul set defensively here. Donner with the serve. Mishandled. UNI in system. Back set slide. Good up by DePaul. Down the line, Peterson is there. And that sails deep. Good idea, but Emily Holterhouse, a little too much mustard on that one.
It was a set coming from the far side of UNI's court, so Emily was a little bit off the net there. Different approach than normal.
DePaul works it to their middle. Donner's been working hard here defensively for UNI. Blocked, but last touch by DePaul, tooled out of bounds off Emma Price, the right side hitter.
There we see Holterhouse working hard to get any bit of an approach. She had to turn off that net really quick, and so she just takes her approach right in the same spot and uses the block because she didn't have anywhere else to go.
She backs it up with a service ace. We've seen one service error for DePaul and now a service ace for UNI. 2 of the 5 points for UNI have come from the serving. Nice line drive serve to the outside. Holterhouse hit it. That one might have sailed deep and out of bounds, but she wasn't sure, so she played it, and we play on. Near side swing, Sinnell. Beautiful save by Brown. Off the hands. Panthers patient with it. Working it to the middle. Blasting it down. What a fun rally, and the Panthers get the point. They're on a run here, up 6-3.
Great defense on both sides of the net. We saw DePaul's libero keeping that rally alive for them with a diving save, and then UNI able to transition that into a kill.
Right down the line, like clockwork, Emma Price, the senior out of California. Look at this one. Perfect.
Great slide. As a right side, you normally see that approach straight on, but Emma Price taking more of a middle slide approach, and that is harder to defend from a blocking perspective. So good approach from the right side, Price. Price
with 56 kills, second highest tally on the team. Sinnell gets her first kill. Yamur Sinnell, a 6-foot freshman outside hitter out of Manisa, Turkey. One of the best on the team offensively for UNI. Leading by 3, and the Panthers send Bailey Peterson to serve. It's long and out of bounds. Service error and side out to DePaul. Allison Denneman, a 5'10 junior outside hitter out of New Palestine, Indiana. Let's see what she does with it. Donner, back set. Good attack, and that finally drops down. Kalyssa Arndorfer, the 6'1 sophomore middle blocker out of Waterloo, Iowa. Good connection there and communication between Alden, the setter, and Arndorfer.
Kaylissa runs behind, and Alden, the setter, is running off the net. So good communication between them. Gets the set up, and Kaylissa is able to put it away.
DePaul, little push over the block. Kaylissa dives, but can't get there in time. Smart heads-up play by DePaul offensively. Here it is.
Very good location.
Meredith Wallace with the kill. Wallace has only played in 8 sets, and that is just her 10th kill of the year. To the push, and that sails out of bounds. I thought that was in, and we might see a challenge. Each coach gets a couple of challenges. It was right in front of us, and I thought that was in. And this is a review. It's a big point with it being close 8-6. You can see reviewing whether the ball was ruled in or out, whether it contacted a player, whether it was a net fault by a player, a service foot fault, a 3-meter attack line foot fault. And coaches each get 3 challenges per match. And let's go to our camera. It's tough. Why is that so hard to see?
Angles are everything, right? Angles are everything.
So here's the interesting thing. The official that's standing on the ladder, I mean, that's
right
directly
there.
Underneath him.
They have,
plus the line judge is right on the line.
Correct. The up official has many things that they are watching. So that, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he was watching net and other factors that maybe his eyes didn't get there quick enough. But the line official would, to your point, have exactly the right angle. But as Bailey was running to pick it up, potentially she blocked some of that view.
Sure.
So we'll see what they. Oh, in, overturned.
So the challenge pays off for DePaul. Coach Zidek. And we have a 1-point difference now. You played a 25, win by 2. Donna Brown, the 6'2" junior middle hitter out of Galloway, Ohio with the serve, and it's a good one. We're tied at 8 now after the service ace. Brown has 7 service aces on the year, second best on the team. Holterhouse. Tip. Good swing down the line and in. A kill credited to Jill Presley, the freshman out of Plano, Texas.
Good vision by DePaul on the outside. 2 blockers up, but she saw that the line was open, so swings high and a nice shot down the line.
Holterhouse hung in the air, and then from the back row, kind of an awkward fall. She gets up and out passes it. Quick set middle, and that one is through for the kill.
Scramble play there for UNI. They were pretty out of system. I wasn't sure they were going to be able to recover out of that, but nicely done, keeping the defense up, finding the middle.
And then Sarah Knavodoff, the 5'7" freshman DS out of Aurora, Illinois, serves it into the net. 10-9. DePaul was down, but they're first to double digits here to start this first set. The serve for Molly Murhey. Good pass. Here's the set. Nice up there by Denneman. Kept alive. Finally, it falls down, and Emily Holterhouse brought the heat on that one.
She did. Great approach. Good fast arm swing. You see her really bring that arm back, and she brings it forward with a lot of speed, able to get some power behind that swing.
Holterhouse, 165 kills on the year. By far the team best in that category. The next highest is 107 for Kaylissa Arndorfer, and Yammer Sinel has 108. She's their go-to player on the offensive side of the net more often than not. Good pass. Here's the set, but the connection between Rado is just a bit off, and DePaul now leads by 2.
You're right, the connection off there. The set is low there for Inga. Inga can jump well, and I want to see that set get up a little bit. Max out her jump so she has options on her swing.
The connection was strong on that play as Halterhouse took it right at the block. And down for the kill. Panthers pull within 1 off the side out. And here's number 1, Kaylee Donner to serve. DePaul hitting 235 as a team. UNI hitting 200. UNI 7 kills. DePaul just 6. But service errors starting to become a problem here, Beth. 3 of them already for UNI. 3 of the 13 DePaul points, freebies from UNI.
You're right, that adds up quickly. You want to make your opponent earn their points. Right there is a great earned kill from Inga in the middle.
That's one of our keys to the match that Beth talked about in our extended pregame. Get the middles involved. Inga Rado so efficient on the year with her kill efficiency. Nice play out of Emma Price.
I really like that approach from Emma Price. It's when a attacker is moving that way as a blocker, you're watching the attacker move, you're watching the ball to see if the set is tight, but it just adds some complexity. So nice that DePaul is able to run that basically slide approach with their right side.
Some great options. Might see a media timeout if DePaul gets to 15 here, but Sinel powers down a kill. I have been very impressed with her development and growth over the start of this young season.
Agreed. On that play, she does a good job. She was in the passing pattern. She transitions out, and you kind of saw her arm. She kind of swings away from her body, so her body didn't give away that she was going cross court. Good swing from Sinel.
DePaul makes it 15-12. We have a media timeout. 15-13 officially the score. We'll be back with more. This is The Valley on ESPN. DePaul with a 2-point lead here, halfway through the first set over UNI, 15-13. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Mid-American Energy, for today's broadcast. Save energy, save money. For energy efficiency for home or business, visit midamericanenergy.com. Well, Beth, it's anybody's ball game right now with a 15-13 score here in the first set.
It is. I'm impressed with DePaul coming out with energy, playing aggressive on UNI's home court. Let's see what the next string of 5 to 10 points brings here for both teams.
Played a 25, win by 2. Panthers a little deficit to dig out of here. DePaul wants to keep the pedal to the metal, and they get another point with the tool out of bounds. Here's the replay. Block was there. How hard is it, though, to not only stop the ball from going through, but to control it?
Right, as an attacker there, Jill Presley of DePaul wanting to swing and turn that ball out of bounds. The block wanting to turn their hands in. It's all about angles and scientific things, right, with force. And sometimes you're able to block it down. Other times the attacker gets the point.
The battle above the net. That time the Panthers setter Taylor Alden gets the kill, and now she backs it up with the service ace. Folks, she's a true freshman out of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and she's one of the more aggressive setters that you'll see in the Missouri Valley Conference from an offensive standpoint. Cross-court attack is in, and that stops the Panthers' 2-0 run.
Great cross court on the outside. I'm talking about setters. You're seeing 2 different offensive systems from these teams. DePaul running a 6-2 with number 14 and number 6, excuse me.
Yep, Murphy and Lee.
Yes, and then on UNI's side, you see a true 5-1, but a true 5-1 with an aggressive offensive setter. So there's a different structures and systems that you can run. So good to see two different ones in one match here.
And right now, it's about as even as you can go with just 1 point separating DePaul and UNI. Sarah Konovadoff, she has a service error in this match so far, but gets a great one over there. It's returned and down for the kill. Nice play as Jill Presley has looked strong, Beth. She has 5 kills, I believe, already to lead all players. Yeah, 5 kills out of 6 attempts. No errors in 8:33.
As an outside hitter.
Wow.
That's impressive. And as a freshman outside hitter, doing great.
Let's see if DePaul feeds Presley some more. Meanwhile, Holterhouse notches her 4th kill. She's hitting close to 300. Both coaches have 2 timeouts remaining. Neither one have used a timeout in this opening set. It's going down to the wire, into the net, and that one was not close. As Arndorfer would love to have that back.
Yeah, it kind of seems like she was trying to take something off of it, like she was afraid she'd go deep, and then too much off of it, it goes into the meat of the net. Doesn't make it over.
Down. Miscommunication in the back row there by Krosowski and Presley. And the Panthers will take that point.
Good location from Carly Spees, UNI's right side. Doesn't hit it with a ton of power, but was able to find, like you said, right between the defenders. Nobody home.
Spees talking with head coach Bobby Peterson as she checks out of the game. Well, DePaul was first to double digits. Now they're first to 20 on this point here. And both teams are hitting really well as Bobby Peterson calls a timeout. DePaul hitting 375 and UNI hitting 333. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we told you about Coach Zidek for DePaul. Here is the resume for Bobby Peterson as she is now the winningest coach in the history of the Missouri Valley Conference for volleyball. Obviously the winningest coach here at UNI. She surpassed over 500 wins last year. 6-time Valley Coach of the Year, and she's taken so many teams to the NCAA tournament. 15 of them. And you have a unique perspective, Beth, as you have been able to play as a student athlete underneath her, and now working the UNI Athletics administration, you see her in a little different light as well.
Absolutely. Being on both sides, I think it has opened my eyes to the amount of things that a head coach has on their plate outside of just practice, travel, and competition. As a student athlete, you see that one component of your coach, and it's a great component, but you don't understand the other side, the administration side, all the meetings that head coaches go to, what they do in the community, all of the extra things, plus their personal life. They have a life at home and other things that they do outside of work. So it's very fun to see both sides of Bobby and see how she handles it, and she does a fantastic job in all areas. It's a lot to juggle as a head coach, but Bobby is a great role model in all those areas.
Highly respected, not only in the Missouri Valley Conference, but across all of college coaches. Interesting part here of this opening set as UNI calls the first time out and then gets a point right away off this Taylor Alden kill.
Good court awareness from Taylor Alden. The pass was tight. Doesn't phase her. She's able to take it over even though DePaul's block was there. She threw it down.
In system, they get a good attack near sideline here by Price. Panthers hit it back. Price pushes it down the line. Alden trying to catch him off guard. Great hustle. DePaul falls back defensively. Was it touched at the net?
It just dribbles over the net and in, barely. Good rally back and forth.
On that far sideline, makes it 20-20. Panthers on a run here. Little out of sorts on that play was DePaul. Panthers get a back row attack out of Holterhouse, but it blocked back so quickly. The Panthers were a little out of sorts themselves.
They were. Good job by Donna Brown. You see her diving back inside to block that back row attack. She was the only one up for DePaul. And she made her presence known there. UNI almost able to scramble and get it up, but good block from Brown of DePaul.
Playing to 25 here. The serve by Lee. And someone's in the net. DePaul called for the point, and it's 21-21 now. And more importantly for UNI, it's a side out and a chance to be the aggressor. Peterson, the coach's daughter, serves up a good one, but what a pass. What an up by Peterson. Quick set middle. Holy buckets.
Oh.
Wow. I tell you what, you take that play and show anyone who hasn't watched D1 volleyball, that had a little bit of everything.
It did. Some ping pong there on UNI's side. Never give up. Stick your hand out, your Panther paw anywhere. But DePaul, great job finding the middle, just putting it away. They said no more of this.
Donna Brown with her second kill. Panthers need a point here. Ball sails out of bounds as it ricochets off Allison Denneman, the junior out of New Palestine, Indiana. Spees will check in. And we're all tied at 22 here in the first set.
We saw there the power that Kayla Sarndorfer can bring when she gets a good approach, swings high, great power.
Off the block. Peterson pops it up to Arndorfer. That'll drop! Panthers on a run. And DePaul's going to call a timeout probably. And there it is, 23-22. What's happening different in the last couple minutes that has helped UNI surge ahead?
You know, UNI is transitioning their defense back into successful plays on the offensive side. So we saw in that last one, UNI gets a good touch on the block. Did they block it? No, but they had enough touch on the block to slow it down, let their defense pick it up, and then transition that into a good swing. So just turning those quality ball control touches into effective offense. Sometimes you have one or the other, but you got to have them both to get some quality points like UNI has done here in a few. What, are they on a 2-0 run? 3-0?
Yes.
Where were we?
Yeah.
1-0? I can't even remember. Everything's going so fast here. These are good rallies.
Really great matchup here. Evenly matched, and you look at the stats and they're about as even as well, with UNI hitting 351 and DePaul hitting 323. Does that mean that the defense hasn't been as great to see those hitting numbers that high? You rarely see two teams hit mid 300s.
Right. My stats aren't up yet, but I'm wondering from a blocking perspective, have we had one block? But
one solo block for DePaul, 2 block assists for UNI.
Yep, you're right. The offense is strong right now.
23-22, UNI with the serve and the 1-point lead. Perfect spot coming out of the timeout. The pass was on the money, and Jill Presley drills it down for her 6th kill. 23 all. Holterhouse. Back set slide. Hammer time.
Starts with a great slide from Carly. DePaul's defense got it up, but an overpass. Good job from Kaylissa, staying home there in the middle, defending the net, putting away that overpass.
Set point for UNI, who trailed by a couple points for the majority of this first set, but they've been playing the better volleyball here in the last 5 minutes. Oh, Holterhouse turned and pushed, missed contact, and now it's 24-all with a chance for DePaul to serve out.
Never give up in volleyball. Gotta win by 2.
Molly Murray, the 6-foot junior setter, in. Peterson, Spees, little collision on UNI's side. Get a good swing, though. To the outside for DePaul. Blocked and tooled out of bounds off the Panther block. And now set point for DePaul. And Bobby Peterson uses her second and final timeout. So the mishandling shot by Holterhouse, and then nice offense by DePaul.
UNI just wants to slow it down here, calling this timeout, or 2 quick points there from DePaul. UNI needs to slow down, get back into rhythm. Just getting a pass up in system, running a quality set. We'll see what they come out with as far as, I believe UNI setter's in the back row.
I believe so, yeah.
I think she served recently. So 3 strong attackers up front for UNI. It means you have a lot of options. So
you got to get a good pass.
Exactly. Starts with the pass. Let your setter make a good decision based on what she sees from DePaul's block, and then put it away.
So DePaul talking strategy here. They're in a great spot as they fought off set point, and now they're controlling their own destiny. Panthers getting high fives from their coaches, and now coming out here needing a point with their backs against the wall. I've said play to 25, win by 2. That's the key thing. You got to win by 2, and here is Murray. Holterhouse pops it up. Kanavidov back to Holterhouse. Down for the kill.
Great out of system swing. Emily took the pass. It was out of system. Kanavidov got it high, gave her time to transition, and then Emily just swung away high and deep. Good shot.
The confidence to swing that hard with so much riding on it, with no room for air. She does it again. This time it sails out of bounds, and now it's set point again for DePaul.
That was another out-of-system play from UNI. They just want to get that pass so Alden can set it. But out of system, set was a little tight. Emily avoiding the block, but going too sharp.
Holterhouse, back set Alden. Beautiful up there by the libero Krasowski. Peterson. Holterhouse, Krasowski got her hand on it. Look out. And that's another point, and we play on. 26-26. Here's the replay.
Holterhouse taking strong swings. Coming back from some errors late in the set, but swinging away with confidence. Great to see.
Service air. And that's a point for DePaul. And it's another time where DePaul has set point here. Can they close it out? Can they finish the job? Rachel Krasowski, the freshman, out of Orland Park, Illinois, serving. That thing went straight down to the ground. And a kill for Ingarado makes it 27-27.
Good connection there. Great job by Alden to push it back high and wide. Inga has space to work around the block, and just a good sharp swing.
Little give and go. Here come the Panthers, Sinell. That's down for a kill. Nice shot selection with a big block staring her in the face, and the Panthers have set point. That's tough.
That is tough. I really love, she has no fear. We've seen her do that quite a few times throughout the season, where she just goes after the block. She'll tool the block, she'll go through it. And as a freshman, that's what you want to see. She'll continue to build on those skills and get more variety. But for now, she just goes after it. Great swing.
Again, as a freshman, to have that So DePaul had at least 3 opportunities with set point, but they could not get that final one. Regardless of who wins this first set, both teams should feel confident that this isn't going to be a quick 3-set sweep for either team.
Exactly. I think we're going to have a great afternoon of volleyball if this first set is any indication, which it could take a while. If we're going point for point, going overtime every set, sit back and enjoy some great D1 volleyball.
Yeah, this first set taking about 40 minutes because 4 timeouts and a challenge, 5 timeouts because we had the media timeout at 15 as well. Some great long rallies. And then the overtime.
Yep. You can feel the energy in the building too, which is fun. There's limited fans allowed, but we are able to have some here in the McLeod Center, which is great. And they get loud sometimes.
They do. Well, they're seeing some great volleyball between DePaul and UNI. Here's the set point for UNI again. They won't win that one. Nice play, and it's Emma Price with another kill, her 3rd. And now a substitution in will be Carl. And Price will head to the sideline, and to serve will be Hannah Carl. She's a freshman out of Carlsbad, California. Carl on the year has 4 service aces and 2 service errors. That's a great serve. Sinell. Deep on the swing. They set it up for Denneman. And now it's set point again for Northern Iowa here. Bailey Peterson, the libero for UNI, as the Panthers need just 1 more point. Alden had the idea. She was maybe back a little further off the net than she expected when she turned and saw what she was up against.
I think you're right. That ball would have been a little higher. She would have gotten a good swing on it, but
29-29. Sinell. DePaul. Got it through the block, and they now have set point again. I'm not keeping track, but I think this is the 5th time they have had set point.
At least, yeah.
30-29. Can they finish here? Panthers fighting it off. Roll shot, great up there. Deep and out of bounds. We play on. Oh my.
Some out of system plays there, but teams keeping it alive. I'm impressed with DePaul's libero. She's doing a good job in this first set. Just giving them a chance, just keeping that ball up.
Blocked at the net. It's going to be out of bounds, though, on the tool. And it's 31-30 and another opportunity for set point for DePaul. Donna Brown serving. And it's a service ace. Miscommunication on UNI's side. And DePaul wins an epic battle. You don't see that score too often. 32-30. We'll be back with analysis, highlights, and the second set right after this. You're watching The Valley on ESPN. DePaul wins the opening set 32-30. Beth West and Eric Braley welcome you back to the broadcast here. And for DePaul, oh, they got to be feeling good. It took them a while, but they found a way to get that W.
They found a way. They pushed through. We've talked about it before. Their 3rd match in 3 days, and they are showing energy. They focused. They came back. And, yeah, they battled at the end. They put the pressure on, able to come away with a set 1 win. Now, no let up. No let up from them. They don't want to ease up thinking, oh, now we're good. Let's just settle in. no let up. DePaul still needs to put pedal to the metal here.
Here are the numbers. 18 kills for DePaul, a 295 attack percentage. Panthers actually had 4 more kills, as you see the graphic on your screen, 22. And there's no difference between 295, 294 in my book. So what's the difference? Well, only 2 points separated them. That's why, it wasn't a blowout either way.
Exactly. This was a point-for-point battle, back and forth in every category, just like we're seeing. We had some long rallies, some really good volleyball, some miscues. There were some miscommunications, some missed serves, some different things like that. But all in all, it was a battle.
I found the biggest stat. Service aces, both teams with 2. Service errors, DePaul with 1, UNI with 5. There's a 4-point difference there.
Yep.
DePaul wins 32-30.
Yes. Yep. That's definitely something you can point to. And the timing of those errors, too, as far as momentum, as far as confidence. Sometimes it's not just 1 point that the error is, but sometimes it can bubble and roll into other things.
Kill momentum. It could, yeah.
Right.
Well, as a former player, I know this has happened to you potentially before, where you battle all the way to the end. You have set points several times, and you just come up on the short end. You have to have a short memory and not feel deflated like, oh, the day is over.
Exactly. It's beyond frustrating, but you're right. You just got to stop it there. You sit down, you go in between sets, and you start fresh. That's the only thing you can do.
UNI starts fresh with the first point of the second set. Clean slate. And it's quickly another kill added for Donna Brown. We go to our net cam for that replay, and you see that extension and where that hit was made.
Quick set in the middle, 1-on-1. As far as one blocker up, Donna Brown puts it away to her strong side.
Able to get it through the Panther block. Now Peterson, the free ball over. Brown with another one, and you can tell this is a point of emphasis. Let's get Donna involved more.
Yeah, exactly. She's getting one-on-one with the back row setter for DePaul. There's always 3 attackers up, and so UNI having to focus on all 3 hitters, and they're not getting either of their pin hitters to help with that middle swing. So Donna just being able to swing fast and hard with one-on-one. She's got a lot of space.
Oh, surprising that ball was able to drop down. As you can see, the standing down ball just got through.
She was very far off the court. It nicked the UNI blocker's arm. That was just enough to throw UNI's defense off. They're on their heels. They were not ready for a change like that, hitting off the arm.
Nice job cutting that ball toward the center. And the Panthers get the side out and stop DePaul's 3-0 run. 3-2. Here's Kaylissa Arndorfer. That's her second service error here in about the last 15 minutes. As she goes over to the bench and talks with Bobby Peterson.
She's got a tricky serve. It's very flat. It floats a lot, but I don't know if sometimes a lot of times it goes pretty deep. So trying to find that middle balance where you still hit a hard, low, and flat serve, but making sure it stays in bounds.
Holterhouse about took the head off of Deneman there in the back row. Knocks her on her heels. Donner checks in for UNI. If you're just joining us, 30-32 was the final score of the first set. DePaul victorious over the Panthers. Holterhouse, and that's down. Last touched there by DePaul.
Holterhouse changing locations a little bit. Last kill, we saw her right in the middle back. There she's changing it. She moved it a little bit more line, making DePaul's defense move.
The overpass is an easy point for UNI's Rado.
Good job.
You see the strong serve.
Yeah, good job by Inga to be ready, be aware. Found that ball and overpass, put it away.
And another service ace, the third of the afternoon for UNI. Donner. And that's good for her confidence. She does have 2 service errors and now a service ace to add to her stat line. Oh, and that one just into the net. Game of inches. That ball needed to be up a couple more inches as UNI is being led offensively with 8 kills by Holterhouse. She's hitting .211. 6 kills for Arndorfer. She's hitting .600 with no attack errors.
Very good.
Rado with 5 kills on 12 attacks, hitting .333. DePaul, a service error of their own. Sinnell, 4 kills, no errors, 7 attacks, .571. And Taylor Alden, the setter, she's 2 of 4 for .250. Presley, by far the best player tonight offensively so far in this match. She has 11 kills, hitting .625 for DePaul. And then a pretty big drop-off. The next highest is Brown with 4. DePaul with the point and the serve coming. So Presley, who's their leader offensively, is now serving. Sinnell. Peterson working hard as the Panthers libero. I don't think I've mentioned it yet to our viewers, but her mom, same last name, and the head coach for the Panthers, Bobby Peterson. Down the line, and that is in. They win a long rally there to tie this up at 7.
That was a long rally. UNI's block. Inga stays with the middle, which she has to. That means one-on-one on the outside. Great swing from DePaul, number 17.
A service error, though, as DePaul has had a couple of those here in this second set. Just the 3rd overall in the match. As you see, our great producer, Chris Davis, with the graphics updated. Block, down, no. Yes, they do say it does hit the ground. UNI started celebrating.
Sometimes it's hard with volleyball. If you hear the whistle or don't hear the whistle and you want to keep going until you know definitively the play is over.
Yep. Another kill for DePaul. Makes it 9-8. Allison Denneman on the season. She has not played a whole lot. As coming into this weekend, she had only played in 7 sets. Blocked. DePaul sticks with it. Price was patient. Bring it out of the net. Little tip. Panthers, Sinnell. Great rally again. Oh my! DePaul wins another rally. Every point taking about a solid minute to determine who gets the point.
Great defense, scrambling on both sides. There were a few times where I thought it was down, it was done. Good job from DePaul to finish it out. Stuck with it.
So much volleyball left in this second set. A service ace, and it's now 10-9 in favor of DePaul.
It's hard after a long rally like that, and you get back into serve receive, and you immediately have to focus. Serve receive is such a control game. You have to be controlled with your arms and your feet, and that's hard after you're running around and you're out of breath. And
yeah, how you stay composed to make the play then. But looking at a challenge here, there you see the challenge system. And recapping DePaul's season to date, they have not played a whole lot. On the 12th of February, they lost in 3 to Marquette. Same score on the 13th. Marquette is good. On the 19th, a loss against Xavier at home in 5. Then the next night on the 20th, they beat Xavier in 5. On the 26th, a win against Butler at home in 5, and then a win against Butler on the 27th. And then this past weekend, just 2 days ago, they fell in 5 at top 25 ranked Creighton, and then lost in 3 last night in Omaha against Creighton as well. So before that Creighton series this weekend, they'd rattled off 3 straight wins.
Right. They haven't played much, but before Creighton, they were doing very well. Similar opponents, like Eric mentioned, both UNI and DePaul playing Marquette and playing Creighton. Now, unfortunately for these 2 institutions, they lost. Both teams lost all the matches to those 2 opponents, unfortunately. But keeping those games within kind of the geographical area here within the Midwest. Nice to play a variety of non-conference opponents.
We'll take a look at some of the highlights for DePaul. Oh, here's the play that was challenged as Ardorfer got a good swing. Multiple camera angles they're looking at here to slow it down. And the official is still at the monitor. If you're just joining us, UNI was supposed to be playing a Missouri Valley Conference series today against Illinois State, and then tomorrow against Illinois State. The Redbirds, and a statement put out by the Missouri Valley Conference, said they did not have enough personnel to play the match, and that's the 2nd week in a row Illinois State was unable to play. And interesting to see if that will be rescheduled or not. It's hard. There's not any open weekend dates to fit that in.
Right. It is difficult from a scheduling standpoint. This year, you got to be flexible. UNI was preparing for Illinois State the first half of the week, and then having to change gears for a new opponent.
The call stands after the challenge that we showed you. It's now 10-10 with Taylor Alden, the Panthers setter, to serve. And it's a service ace. 2 players running into each other in the back row there, Denneman as well as Price. And they make sure they're communicating here as they await another serve, probably coming to that same zone. Great job altering her steps and footwork to get a good attack. That's Emma Price and her 4th kill.
She's playing very well from the right side for DePaul. Recognizes that she couldn't swing away. Uses a different approach, uses the block. UNI not pressed over, so it kind of dribbles down the front for a DePaul point.
In the net. Makes it 12-11 UNI. And a substitution for the Panthers will be number 14, Sarah Konovadoff, a 5'7" freshman, near the team high category for Diggs, as expected. Miscommunication there on DePaul's side, and some miscues helping UNI get a couple-point lead right now, halfway through this 2nd set. Not a must-win for UNI, but they do not want to fall below 2-0.
Exactly.
Wow. What an ability to get a great swing for Denneman there. That ball, that pass was so high.
Yes. Completely out of system. Sky ball there, the 2nd one, and Denneman gets her feet under her, gets an approach, and really good contact. That is tough to do, coming across your body with that high of a set.
Powering it through the block, the Panthers make it 14-12 on this play right here.
Good swing by Spies, wanting to see more of her She is usually a very efficient attacker and a good blocker. UNI wanting to get her active this afternoon.
Yeah, Spees, that's just her second kill on her 7th attempt. 14-13, finding a hole in the Panther defense. UNI leading by 1. We're approaching a media timeout as well here in the second set. And the Panthers get the point. We'll take a timeout. It is 15-13, as tight as we saw in the first set that ended with a 32-30 win for DePaul. Back with more. This is The Valley on ESPN.
Sometimes imagination sparks passion. Passion which, with the right support, gives rise to generation shapers. It inspires boundary breakers and world changers. Imagination, always welcome here.
Get ready for more. Introducing Hy-Vee Plus. Get a Hy-Vee Plus premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, you can call our Red Line hotline day or night for anything you need. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. Plus, a personal online shopper. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. Sign up today.
Ingarado for the Panthers ranks second in the Missouri Valley Conference in hitting in Valley play at .301. And for the Panthers, Rado today has 5 kills, but she's tied for third most on the team, as Holterhouse has 8, Arndorfer has 7, Rado and Sinnell both with 5. There is Ingarado. And you can't see, I like her personality. She's always smiling. She brings that pep, that confidence, and it's nice, as she is a junior, there's no seniors on this UNI volleyball team, to have that upperclassman, I think, with that personality.
Yes, with experience, with composure, someone to bring the team together, someone to get them hyped up. Inga does a good job in that area. And like you said, no seniors,
Yep.
So puts the juniors in a position who do have experience to bring some leadership on the court in practice.
There she is talking to her true freshman setter, Taylor Alden. One thing for DePaul, they haven't won a road match this year, and so that would definitely be on their goal of, okay, we're heading to Omaha to face top 25 Creighton in conference play. Then we get Missouri Valley Conference preseason favorite, who is so good here. If we can get 1 or 2 road wins, well, they're down to their final opportunity here today.
They are.
Getting it through the block, and another kill for Emma Price. Price with 5 kills, hitting .230. 16-15, DePaul has pulled ahead by 1. The serve by Murhey. Holterhouse, what a hit. I like the attempt to keep it alive there by Rachel Krasowski, the freshman libero, but it's hard to direct it when it's coming at you that strong.
It is. Good to get a touch. Give her teammates an opportunity, maybe somehow, to keep it alive. But too much to handle. A good swing from Holterhouse, but again, Emma Price on that right side for DePaul. She's been very consistent for DePaul. Not their highest kills leader so far this afternoon, but she's very efficient from that right side.
She averages 2.33 kills per set, which is second most on the season, trailing only Jill Presley's 2.42 kills per set. Alden, the back set, that is a thing of beauty.
When they connect, when they're in sync, Inga on the slide there, very good. A lot of power, The block was a little late, so it was nice to have that hole there for Inga. And a good set from Alden.
Shallow serve. Good job by DePaul to salvage something out of that. But it does go out of bounds, and the Panthers have the lead now 18-17 with Bailey Peterson to serve. Nice idea. That's a real difficult connection to make on the fly there.
It
quick
is.
Set.
Both were moving away from the net, so you have that distance and the connection between. Good idea on the swing, though, to go long. Just a little deep.
Well, the Panthers are rocking and rolling both offensively and defensively, and a timeout now being called by DePaul after that block by Arndorfer and Alden. So a timeout makes it 20-17. There you see the coaching going on with Taylor Alden. She has to be a student of the game here. She is the first Panther freshman setter to start as a true freshman since Kara Gaylor in 1992.
That's a long time ago. That's a long time, and there's been many successful setters from then until now, and Taylor just joining that line, but as a true freshman. Good job from assistant coach for UNI, Jason Allen, working with the setters, working with Taylor to get her used to UNI's offensive system, getting used to the Division I level. They were able to have more practices in the fall because season was postponed to spring. So that's nice, but there's nothing to compare to true competition on court against another opponent. You can scrimmage within your team. You might have some other practice players who come in, but until you play another opponent in a real setting like this, gosh, there's nothing that prepares you for it.
Adjusting from not living with their parents, high school classes are different than college classes. Oh, and by the way, I'm the quarterback of the UNI volleyball team.
It's a lot of changes,
Panthers on the run. DePaul uses their first timeout. Snell blasting that one down, and it will drop. You can tell they've been going to Price a lot here. Midway through the second set for kill number 6 for Price. 20-18. DePaul won a marathon in the first set, 32-30. It's been neck and neck, no one with more than a 3-point lead the entire day. Alden. So my assumption is she's not trying to force that. She's looking at what teams are doing defensively, but she is so effective when she does do that. Do you think that is something that she might continue to, as the season progresses or as her career moves on, be more confident, calling her own number more frequently?
Definitely, and I think her vision is going to continue to improve as well. It's already great. She's reading those blockers and understanding what is going on the court, but as her vision improves and she understands the matchups between her hitters and the blockers, she's going to be able to call her own number at the right time, and even sometimes where maybe I could set someone, but I'm just gonna put it away. So she'll continue to do that.
And now she backs it up with a service ace, and the Panthers in the driver's seat, leading by 4 and needing just 3 points. Let's take a look at the Missouri Valley Conference news and notes, getting you up to date on things that have happened here in the past week in 2021. 7 Missouri Valley Conference players with 9+ double-doubles. Amelia Flynn, pictured there, of Missouri State leading with 11 double-doubles. And what did I see for the Panthers here? Let's see. We'll get you that stat later on. But, 7 for Taylor Alden on the year. But that's pretty impressive to have that many. across the Missouri Valley Conference.
That is. It just shows there are very versatile players within the MVC. If you're getting a double-double, you're getting it done in obviously 2 categories. And so you're not just an attacker, you're backing it up with defense. Maybe it's blocks, maybe it's digs. Or you're not just a setter. You're getting the assist, but then you're also backing it up with potentially kills or digs, whatever it might be. So fun to watch players who can get it done in a variety of categories.
Well, Haley Bush, if you're looking for the offensive categories, 30 kills.
Wow.
That's a lot against Valparaiso. First Drake player with a 30-kill match since 2007. And we talked about Coach Bobby Peterson's bio as she hit a milestone. She's now the winningest coach in the Missouri Valley Conference, as she earned that just a couple of weeks ago. All right, here we go. 22-18. DePaul has no timeouts left. The Panthers have both of theirs. And Taylor Alden, she gets the kill, and now back-to-back aces for UNI. That's the Panthers' 6th ace on the night.
Great serve, float coming cross court right at DePaul's libero.
There's a good pass. Back set down the line.
DePaul runs a quicker tempo that time on the back slide. Just one blocker up for UNI. Emma Price able to swing away right around that block, straight down the line. Bailey Peterson for UNI, not able to handle it.
23-19. UNI with the lead. Great job by Spees to hang in the air and tip it over. Going right at the Panther block. And a couple straight points forces UNI to call a timeout. 23-20 our score.
Critical time for both teams. DePaul running out of points to chip away at that lead, and UNI really wanting to just put this away. 2 straight points, no let up. So very critical this next point.
Let's take a look at some highlights from the MVP offensively for DePaul, as Presley has had 12 kills on 18 attacks, hitting .556. And you can see coming from a variety of different attacks.
She started really strong for DePaul in that first set. She was getting kills in the backcourt we just saw, but primarily in that front left position, and she was doing it with a variety of shots. She had a few down the line, great location in the corner shots, but then we see her using the block quite frequently as well, just tooling it off the hands of UNI's blockers.
Those highlights of Presley, number 3. She has a career high 19 kills, came at Xavier on the 21st. And looking at what she's been able to do for DePaul this year as a freshman, the future is bright for her.
It is. DePaul's roster, they have 5 seniors and 5 juniors, so a good number of upperclassmen. Also 3 sophomores and 5 freshmen, and we've called the names of a few of those freshmen. They're playing and having an impact on the team.
UNI in the white tops, DePaul in the blue and red. Ball hit the antenna, and it's now 3 straight points for DePaul. 23-21.
UNI sometimes going with a different serve receive where they have Arndorfer on the outside. Now they switched it up.
Service air is Phoenix Lee, one of the freshmen out of Oakville, Ontario, with the service air. It brings up set point. We saw about 20 different set points to close out the first set. I'm going to keep a little tally mark. This is 1. See if UNI can end it on this 1. DePaul gets the point, 24-22.
Emily Holterhouse up on the block, does a good job making contact, but DePaul able to power it through. It just goes so sharp, not able to pick it up defensively for UNI.
Alden, Holterhouse. DePaul, quick set middle, Brown. To the outside, the push down the line. Peterson, Spees, Holterhouse denied. Point DePaul, and Bobby Peterson uses the final timeout. So we had 5 timeouts in the first set. We're on our 5th here in the second set, and it's exact same feeling with it just being 1 point separating. This is that type of thing you play 100 times and it's 50-50, you feel. But who's going to make the plays down the stretch?
Exactly, and that's what counts. That's what counts. DePaul here staying collected, staying calm, able to chip away point by point. Unfortunately, UNI making some errors, and we'll see how they come out. They need 1 point, just one. That's just the focus, to get one pass, one set, put it away one time.
As you look at the current stats by our great crew in the control room, you can see the kills are almost dead even, blocks are close, aces 6-3, and hitting percentage, DePaul winning that battle cumulative here. In the second set alone, UNI hitting 152, DePaul hitting 281.
It's a big difference
in that set alone. So here we go. No more timeouts for either team. Isabel Banez, the senior out of Chicago, Illinois, that DS position to serve. UNI still with set point. And it's out of bounds. Really good idea. The coaches looked to see, should we challenge that? And the player said no, that did go just barely out of bounds.
Good serve receive pass, right idea. Need to get that connection here.
Back set, and Kalyssa powers that through on the outside. The sophomore out of Waterloo West High School, and it's set point again for UNI.
Are you still keeping your tally here?
I said I was going to. I think it's 5 or 6, right? I mean, let's see if UNI now with the serve has that opportunity. Off the block, and it sails out of bounds. Panthers make this interesting as they tie it up 1-1. And both the first and second set highly entertaining, extremely competitive. We'll be back to break it down, show you some highlights and stats. This is the Valley on ESPN.
Tonight's matchup, me versus an ugly fender bender. If I can eke out a win, it's going to be a miracle, baby.
It wouldn't be a miracle because Geico gives you a team of experts to help manage your claim.
Geico is awesome, baby.
Geico. Gillette Pro Glide. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke. So you're ready for the day with a fresh face for a fresh start. For a limited time, get a 5th cartridge free.
Welcome back. You see what has happened here in the last hour and 15 minutes. DePaul winning 32-30 in the first set, and UNI winning in the second set 26-24. Beth West and Eric Braley on the call. Both went extra overtime as you played a 25 win by 2.
Exactly. Extra points. That first one especially. Both sets very back and forth. Long rallies between these two programs, and I think we're going to be in for a lot of tight sets to finish this one out as well.
Yeah, the statistics and everything look pretty even between these two schools. Let's take a look at the conference standings, as this is a non-conference battle between these two schools. There you see the Big East. Well, the Big East has 2 divisions, the East and the Midwest. You can see where DePaul is in the Midwest region. They've only played 8 matches all year. Creighton 6-2. They're a top 20 ranked team. Marquette, a very, very good team, as you and I knows. They're 9-3. Then it's Xavier, DePaul, and Butler on the Midwest side. On the east side, it's UConn, Providence, St. John's, Seton Hall, and Villanova. And not every year, but right now, this year, the Midwest division looks like the better of the two in the Big East volleyball standings here in this irregular spring season.
Looks like they've had the opportunity to play more matches as well, the institutions in the Midwest versus the east side of the conference.
Well, Beth, you and I did not have to win that second set because you have to win 3 sets to win the match, but they should be feeling real good now that this thing is tied 1-1.
Right, not a must win, but in their minds, yes, a must win. So good job by you and I getting it done in set 2. Now do you need to back that up here in set 3 to go up 2-1. It'll be tough though.
DePaul on the left of your screen. You and I with the white uniforms on the right side of your screen. Holter House has had a nice day at the office for you and I. 9 kills. The antenna's waving. And the point goes to you and I. First point of the second set went to the Panthers. And we might have a challenge. I see the challenge card is out as Coach Zidek has to say exactly what she's challenging. Rare to see a challenge so early in the match, but it happened right in front of her.
She believes she saw something. She wants the officials to take another look. But you're right. First point.
Yeah.
First point, throwing the challenge card. So she must be confident in what she sees.
Let's take a look at the Missouri Valley Conference standings as we head into this week, as the Panthers, again, unable to play Illinois State. And we can't put those on screen right now because we are showing the officials the review from our cameras, from our multiple angles. I'll give you an update on live stats right now as the Panthers in the second set hit 143 to DePaul's 242. In the first set, you and I hit 294 to DePaul's 295. And several things of interest with this, it has been what's happened with the serving. 6 aces for the Panthers, only 3 for DePaul. 7 service errors for the Panthers, 4 for DePaul. Are you seeing you and I serving more aggressively than DePaul, or is it just more miscues happening?
I would say what I'm seeing is both sides are serving aggressively. A few more miscues, like you mentioned, on you and I's side because they're trying to hit targets, because they're trying to serve in an area that will get DePaul out of system. But I think both sides are serving very aggressively, and they're going to want to continue that. We saw in that first set how efficient the offense was. They were both hitting, 250-ish? Yes. They were very in that very high point for a team. And so wanting to lower that, one of the ways to do that is to serve aggressively and get teams out of system. So
again, looking at the replay of did it touch an antenna or did it not? The officials still at the monitor. We have many different camera angles here. How much time is spent on serving in practice? Because don't you spend a lot of your time working on other things? Great
question. Definitely program specific and personnel specific as far as what you as a coach feel your team needs to improve on. But some of it is just inherent in what you do. Obviously, if you're scrimmaging, then everyone's rotating through and serving. But just pure everyone back in the line hitting targets, it's not a not a huge piece of it. But for how important it is during the match, maybe it should be more now that we're talking this out.
I just know, like in basketball, you literally have to stop and do free throws, and that's something the individual player can control.
Yep.
And when you're back behind a service line, that's something that it's up to one person to control.
Yep.
Official still at the monitor. This has been a long review here. You had this with the 5-minute break between sets 2 and 3.
Exactly.
I mean, you're talking it's about a 15-minute break, and UNI had momentum. I don't know if they still do after a 15-minute break. It's not like they're sitting down and resting. They're just trying to stay past time.
Yep, it's a long time to be out of your rhythm, out of the element of playing. So it looks like they're coming to
inconclusive is what we're hearing. Not enough evidence to overturn it. So UNI does get the point. UNI 1, DePaul 0 here in the third set. And let's play some volleyball.
Now we're ready to go. Here we go.
Again, UNI, one of the best schools in Division I volleyball for home crowd attendance and just the community engaged. Always top 15 in the nation. Some years top 10 in the nation for total number of attendance and average per match. And even during a pandemic and the limited amount of people that are allowed in, it's something to be said for a smart volleyball fan. Like, they know the game.
Yes.
And that makes the difference as the Panthers get another point, and it's now 2-0 UNI.
Yes, UNI historically has great support from the community and surrounding areas in supporting all of their teams, but especially volleyball. A lot of loyal fans who show up, and they know the sport. Just like you said, they know the game of volleyball, which makes it even more fun.
DePaul gets on the scoreboard here in the third set with the kill. And Denneman will serve. Denneman, the junior outside hitter, playing in just the 8th set of the year. An attack air goes deep, and just like that, we're tied at 2 apiece. UNI graduated a couple of players off last year's team that are top 10 in numerous statistical categories. Carly Taylor and Rachel Coop, who are ABCA All-Region All-Americans. Then you have Kate Buswitz, who was a first-team All-Missouri Valley Conference honoree, who graduated at semester. Would have played if volleyball was playing in the fall, but graduated. So those 3 players, along with DS.
Some defensive players, and Abby Stack graduated last year, and then Taylor Hedges, another mid-year December graduate, and JJ Seahawks, who brought a lot of productivity in the front row for UNI. So we just named off six student athletes who were major contributors on the court for UNI and either to graduation.
We're going to take a timeout. It's 4-2. This is the Valley on ESPN. UNI in DePaul. Early stages of the third set. DePaul won 32-30 in the first. UNI won 26-24 in the second. Beth West and Eric Braley on the call. Our outstanding UNI students running cameras, and our crew in the control room bring you all the sights and sounds from inside the McLeod Center in Cedar Falls on the UNI campus. Right out of a timeout, going at the Panther block. It's tooled out of bounds for a point. Beth, that's a 5-0 run by DePaul right now.
They are stepping up their game after the long break to get set 3 going. DePaul is fired up, and they're moving.
Panthers just need a point to get a side out. DePaul wants to keep tallying points. Bobby Peterson has used 1 of 2 timeouts. Something about this rotation is just clicking for him.
It is. Right there, the swing from Meredith Wallace, number 21 for DePaul. An out-of-system set from way across the net, and she somehow sneaks it through UNI's block. A great swing.
Wallace out of Knoxville, Tennessee, just a junior. And there's the side out UNI needed, and it was close. And now the Panthers want to put on a 6-point run of their own.
Right idea from DePaul's outside, going high and deep corner. Barely missing that back corner.
Blocked, down for the point. UNI gets 2 points in a row. And let's look at the replay again from our net cam.
Inga moving well from the middle. Holterhouse setting that block on the outside, taking away the line. Paul tries to go cross court, but strong double block up for UNI on the play before.
Service error, though, into the net, and a side out to DePaul. And here's Donna Brown. She's had a great day offensively. 4 kills, no errors, 9 attempts, hitting .444. And that's Donna Brown's 3rd ace.
Wow.
3 aces and no service errors. The coach would take that any day.
Yes, very efficient from the service line. That one was, it just went in between like 3 different players and just caught everyone off guard. Good location.
Ball close to the net there. Real dangerous spot for Evans Allen, and now the attack goes deep. The Panthers seem to have steadied themselves a little bit here after giving up a 6-0 run.
A little bit of a broken play there, but they were able to get the ball back over, and then an error occurred. So, yep, just stabilizing, like you said, getting point by point back. Great swing out of the middle, though.
Yeah, Presley again, and she's adding to her tally with now 12 kills on 22 attacks, hitting .364.
That time swinging on the 2-ball out of the middle. Normally we see here at the left pin. So just running a different offensive set, giving UNI a different look, and they were successful with it.
Molly Murray, the junior, out of Illinois. And that's in for the kill. Cross-court attack to that golden corner.
Good approach by Inga, running behind. Alden sets her up well, gives her space off the net to swing. Inga goes around the double block. That was set up from DePaul.
A service error as the Panthers now with 9 of them here in this match. And DePaul leads 10-6. Jill Presley takes a deep breath and now serves it. Alden, Sinnell, great up there by Krasowski. And ball handling error, 2 contacts called, and the Panthers get the point. Sinnell has 5 kills for UNI. She kind of goes in spurts sometimes. And let's see if she adds with her defense there, sliding over to help out with the block. There you see from our net cam, great angle. And Carly Spies
getting up strong. Carly there, the middle, closing it with Sinnell. Strong arms.
Service ace for UNI. We got a 1-point ball game here in this 3rd set, 10-9. Still a lot of time left in this 3rd set.
Yes. One of my favorite blocking analogies is blocking with 2x4s instead of toothpicks. So putting up strong arms rather than little toothpicks when you're blocking.
I love that. I'm writing that one down. I'm going to use that one. Oh, an easy play there. As Brown was in the middle on the overpass. Need to note, Alden has 5 service aces and no service errors today.
Wow. Alden for UNI and Brown for DePaul, just Serving.
Really carrying them with that. Trying to take it to the sideline. They say it was out of bounds, but overruled by the top official. You be the judge. Yeah.
Looked good. The up official had a good angle on it. Uses his override powers.
11-10. DePaul on the slide, able to get it down. As Alden just couldn't get underneath it.
An off-speed shot there, running behind. Uses the sliver of space that Emily Holterhouse gave her. Emily took away line, which was good. But then the off-speed, just right in the middle of the court.
Price with 9 kills, trailing only Presley's 13 for DePaul. Meanwhile, Holterhouse has 10, make it 11, while Arndorfer has 9 and Rado has 7.
She swings high there. Holterhouse catching the hand of the DePaul blocker that deflects it. DePaul's defense not able then to react after the deflection.
Blast that one. Some timing miscue there as the ball hit out of bounds, and the Panthers have some momentum here. After giving up a 6-0 run, they've tied it up here at the midway point of this third set. Another service error for Arndorfer, and that's her third service error of the day. DePaul with the ball. Deneman serving. Panthers go Holterhouse off the block. The attack deep as Presley was going from sideline to sideline.
Good idea. She was using what the blockers gave her. UNI taking away the line, it seems like, and her approach was allowing the cross-court shot. Just too much mustard on it, a little wide. Good eye by Knavadoff to let it go.
Donner pops it up. Knavadoff, Holterhouse deep. Again, great idea, just long on the swing.
It's a tough angle when the pass is out of system and you're getting the high ball set from a different angle. Wanting to get your feet under it as you approach it. That's a skill that the outside you have to learn because you're just getting a lot of out of system different sets.
Ball out of bounds. Another point for DePaul. It's now 15-13. Well, Beth, the Panthers have been playing great volleyball as of late. They dropped their first 5 of the year and then have won 7 of 9 and 4 out of 5. And out of those 7 of 9, those 2 losses were 5-set losses where really anytime you see, oh, that went 5, yeah, they were in it right till the very end.
Exactly. In both of those 5-set losses, it could have gone either way, and the Panthers had opportunities. But definitely improving as of late and looking to continue that through the month of March before the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament. That will be that first weekend in April. That's when you want to be playing your best.
Yep, that conference tournament, April 4th through the 7th. DePaul on the side out, and serving is Molly Murray. 16-14 in this third set. 7 kills, 7 errors, 22 attacks for DePaul, a 0 hitting percentage, and nearly identical numbers, 5 kills, 5 errors, 20 attacks, a 0 hitting percentage for UNI. DePaul with another point. They're starting to get a little bit of a lead here, and Bobby Peterson's going to call a timeout as the Panthers trail by 3.
Good net presence from DePaul, staying active. They know Taylor Alden, UNI setter, can throw it over, can hit it over, and they were ready for it that time. Double block up on her.
Let's take a look at the Missouri Valley Conference standings as we talked about their conference tournament coming up April 4th through 7th. That's a month from now. The conference championship will be 1 month from today, as Missouri State 7-1, and their one loss was against UNI as the Bears and Panthers split. Panthers almost actually swept Missouri State as they were up 2-0, and then Missouri State, to their credit, won the next 3. The Bears have won a lot of matches in that 11-2 overall record in 5. Bradley so strong at 7-3 overall. Loyola 5-3 and Illinois State 5-3. But technically UNI has one more loss, so they're behind them in the conference standings. At the end of the year, they will look at winning percentage to determine where they do the seeding. And interesting with Illinois State not playing any conference matches last weekend, not playing any conference matches this weekend, how that might play into this before it's all said and done.
Exactly. Having fewer matches, what that'll look like at the end. UNI at Valparaiso next weekend, and then they have Loyola at home, and then at Bradley. So some really tough competition that top half of the Valley to finish out March.
4 contacts against DePaul as Bobby Peterson has used both of her timeouts. Used the first one after the Panthers gave up a 6-0 run. And out of that timeout, the Panthers get the quick point. 17-15, and it's a solo block by Kaylissa Arndorfer. Timed it perfect. Look at this extension.
She was staying home. She was committing on that middle. So she jumps when DePaul's middle jumps, presses over.
Doesn't need any help.
Block. Exactly.
That time a block of Arndorfer and Sinnell. Impressed with how that ball shot through there. 17-16 into the net. I didn't think it hit the hands, and it's going to be a point. And I think Bobby's going to challenge this. From my vantage point, it did not touch hands. It just hit the tape at the top. And I'm not trying to brag about where I'm sitting, but I have the best possible view as I'm about 7 feet away, looking straight up at that net right here. Watch.
You do have a great
Does it
view.
touch hands? No.
It even sounded like tape, and I know it can hit hands and tape at the same time, so that is what the official is going to be looking at. But it did.
This should not be a 10-minute review, in my
sure
opinion.
Hope not. I sure hope not. I know they're going to zoom in and look at that, but it really didn't even sound like all tape.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, this is a big call because it's 17-16. UNI would get the point if this call is overturned. Let's go to the net cam. Yeah.
Seems low.
Pretty clear. And the Bobby Peterson, I believe this is her first challenge. Each coach gets 3 challenges. DePaul has used 3 challenges. And you look at how the sport of volleyball has evolved over the years with the libero, with the rally scoring, with if the serve hits the net and goes over, I mean, that used to be, oh, it hit the net, it's a fault.
Yep, inside out volleyball. There were no net or let serves.
Ooh, I disagree with that call. I have probably made that statement 10 times in my life on air after 16 years of broadcasting, but I disagree with that call.
She must, the official must have been able to zoom in enough and saw that maybe a small piece of UNI's arm hit, or maybe she thought we were in the net. I'm not sure if you can combine those two, but UNI wanting to get this side out, not let the lead grow this late into set 3.
Wow, ball popped up there by Murphy. Arndorfer playing with a little fire in her belly. She's starting to take control here the last couple minutes.
Those are some great blocks. Keep them coming, Kaylissa.
See the celebration. She's moving real well laterally from sideline to sideline here in the front row.
Yes, as a middle, you are constantly moving side to side, back and forth, all the while making sure you are tracking the middle on the other side. You don't want to leave that middle alone.
And there's the first service air for Alden, which, again, if you're a coach, I'll give you 5 service aces
for one air.
For one air.
I would agree.
The tough part is it's 19-17 now, and the Panthers in a real good rotation, unable to string points together. DePaul really wants to move ahead at 2-1. And they lead by 3 here. Again, the Panthers are out of timeouts, and DePaul has both of theirs remaining.
Smart shot selection there from DePaul. She's probably remembering that strong double block from the play before, decides to change up into a tip.
Great rally, and that's hammered down for the kill.
That time, a seam in the UNI block, a little bit of a hole. You see how they're kind of mistimed there, and so DePaul's outside able to swing away.
Hannah Carl, another freshman. She's out of Carlsbad, California. And now a substitution for UNI, as coming in will be Olivia Tornago. She's played in 8 sets. Blocked at the net. That's Donna Brown. And DePaul started with that 6-0 run, and right now they're putting another nice run together to show that separation from UNI. Leading by 5. Krasowski, the libero, serving bullets over the net to the Panthers. Block. And the side out for the Panthers.
Needed that side out. Great block. Build some momentum and fire up your team a little bit there with the block. Now turn that into another defensive point here off the serve.
Wow. Great extension and finish by Donna Brown.
Great tempo on the middle set there. Good connection. Donna Brown getting it done with a strong swing out of the middle.
So crazy, these hitting attack percentages in the third set. DePaul hitting .030 and UNI hitting -3-4. But 7 attack errors for UNI and 10 attack errors for DePaul.
It doesn't seem like that's what we've been watching, but wow. That's low for both teams. Very, very low.
Both teams hit 294 and 295 in the first set. Brown, another kill. And it's now set point for DePaul.
She swings so strong on her right side there. UNI wanting to move that block in, take away that angle, make her cut back to the left, make her tip, make her do something else. But she's been getting kill after kill going to her strong right arm there.
Blocked, but Rado gets the point. You see she went right at Brown, tools it out of bounds for the point. Rado today with 9 kills, soon to be the 3rd Panther in double-digit kills. Still set point here in the 3rd. There it is. DePaul wins the 1st and the 3rd. UNI wins the 2nd, and it's Donna Brown who really took over toward the end.
She did. There you saw it. She's able to go back to the left, so UNI did what I wanted them to do, move that block over. Donna Brown, not phased, cuts it back. Great kill.
Back with the 4th set from the McLeod Center in Cedar Falls right after this. DePaul leads the series 2-1. This is the Valley on ESPN. We got a good one here from Cedar Falls, Iowa, in the UNI campus, a non-conference matchup between the Big East and the Missouri Valley Conference. Sets 1 and 2 very tight. Set 3 was until DePaul pulled away in the final minutes for the 5-point victory. Looking at the statistics, very balanced overall. Just 5 more kills for DePaul. 2 more blocks for UNI. UNI a good blocking team. 3 more aces for the Panthers. However, service errors 11-4. 11 service errors for UNI. Just 4 service errors for DePaul. And then that hitting percentage, more efficient and effective have been the Blue Demons out of DePaul over the Panthers. Any other stats that you think that just, getting the big plays as the game hangs in the balance? It seems to be DePaul has done it time and time again.
Exactly. The timing of those plays. DePaul able to push through at the end, even coming back when they're down in the 20s, not getting flustered, not giving up, taking it to extra points in those first 2, and just being collected to close out set 3 there.
So it's a must-win for the UNI Panthers here in the 4th set, as the team that wins 3 sets first wins the match. DePaul coming off back-to-back losses at top 25 Creighton in Omaha. Those matches played on Friday, Saturday, and decided to pick this up. I think the decision was made on Wednesday, if my memory serves me correct. I'm not sure when it was officially announced and everything, but on Monday, Illinois State and the Missouri Valley Conference put out a statement that Illinois State was unable to come, not enough personnel to play the Panthers, and that is why this non-conference matchup is taking place. So a substitution has happened for UNI with Olivia Chernagel in, the 6-foot freshman middle hitter out of Waconia, Minnesota. Bobby and the coaching staff just trying to mix it up a little bit, give her an opportunity as a freshman to get some game reps and see what she brings to the court.
Exactly, giving DePaul a different look, some different options for UNI, see how different matchups come together.
DePaul leading 2-0, make it 3-0 to start this 4th set. Looking at Chernagel and what she has, she's played in 8 sets, has 7 kills, 4 airs, 13 attempts, a .231 attack percentage for UNI. Ball overpass over the net, and that's an easy kill. A great job stepping up by Chernagel as she took that free ball and drills it right down.
Gathers her feet under her, goes up with a big swing. There was a DePaul blocker up, able to avoid that and put the overpass away.
Roll shot, dribbles over the net. UNI has it on the right side of your screen. DePaul. Great job to take a back step and still get a good swing out of that attempt. Great rally. Tip. And that's effective because Brown was not tipping it too much recently. The Panthers a little bit on their heels, not expecting that.
Brown has been swinging away with a lot of speed, a lot of quickness and power. And the changeup, little tip. Point for DePaul.
Blocked by DePaul. They were reading that play, and Wallace and Murhee getting the block.
Wallace taking the line away for DePaul. Holterhouse swinging high into the block, giving UNI a chance to cover it, but just not able to, coming off really fast off that block.
A service error as the ball hit the net and then sailed out of bounds. 5-2, DePaul with the lead. substitution in for DePaul. Their libero, Krasowski. And for UNI, Donner, the DS, out of Cedar Rapids serving. Big swing. Big swing out of Jill Presley.
Running that different set again for DePaul, where they run Presley into the middle on that 2-ball, and they run their middle, Evans Allen, a little farther out, maybe for a 31. Just a change in what they're bringing causes confusion with UNI's blockers. Inga's late to get up, so it's really an open net there.
Taylor Alden, watch this play by the true freshman out of Wisconsin.
DePaul had a blocker there in the middle, not on directly her left arm, so Alden able to throw it down quick.
The serve by Megan Whitty goes long. Another true freshman out of Council Bluffs, Iowa, attended Lewis Central High School. And you can see the UNI coaches just trying to get some game reps for some players that did not play in the first 2 sets. Rado blasts that down, trying to cut it, but it sails out of bounds, and we have a timeout. DePaul 8, UNI 3. It's a must-win scenario for the Panthers, who've dropped 2 of 3. Back with more right after this. This is The Valley on ESPN. DePaul looking strong out of the gates. The Blue Demons, their 3rd match in the past 3 days. You're watching The Valley on ESPN. Division I college volleyball. The first 2 sets were epic battles. DePaul flexed their muscles in the 3rd set to pull away for the 5-point win. And right now leading just by 4. It was important for UNI to get a point to stop the momentum that DePaul was stringing together there.
Exactly. That's a big early lead at 8-3, so very important for UNI to get that kill, get it back to 8-4. Wow.
They're going to say, no, she should not have helped that over. 4 contacts was the call.
Right.
Interesting had she not pushed it, if it would have cleared or not.
Exactly. It looked like it was going to be just short.
Yep. Peterson serving for UNI. Blocked. Well, the Panthers out of that timeout have got some big plays, and that's blocked by Sinell. Folks, she's a freshman.
Lining up perfectly on Emma Price. Price doing such a good job for DePaul on the right side, but UNI able to figure it out with that blocking lineup.
Donner uses the body to keep it off the court. Back row swing. Nice pass. Alden tried to catch the Blue Demons off guard. What a rally again. And it's going to be a point for DePaul. Another kill from getting their middles involved. That's Avery Evans Allen, the senior out of Toronto.
DePaul running a fast tempo on that outside. I'm not sure if that was by design or just the set was low. But UNI only with 1 blocker up, causing a little bit of havoc there. Good swing from DePaul.
Wow. Cut that toward the front of the net, and it went from sideline to sideline. Here's the best camera angle.
Good vision and angle there. DePaul's off blocker is in the middle of the court, ready to pick up any tips or anything that comes off the block. And Kaylissa uses that shot to go really sharp and follows it up with a block.
Well, Kaylissa.
That's awesome.
Her teammates shouting her saying, wow! The timing. And the Panthers have closed and narrowed the gap. It's now 9-8. That's more like it for DePaul as Emma Price on that textbook slide gets her 11th kill. She's hitting over 300. Look at these 3 players for DePaul. Presley, 16 kills, hitting 367. Price, 11 kills, hitting 333. Brown, 8 kills, hitting 571.
That is so balanced because that's an outside hitter. That's their left side. It's their right side, and that's a middle. So good job from the setters. Very balanced attack, but very, very high percentages.
The worst one's Price, and she's hitting 333.
Oh, to be hitting just 333, so low. That's a great hitting percentage.
Panthers score the point. It was last touched by DePaul. It's 11-9. As going to the bench will be Snell in the rotation. And Sarah Konovadoff to serve at a Rosary High School in Aurora, Illinois. Mistiming that. And that is the first hitting error for Brown today. It took
in the fourth
midway
set.
through the fourth set to have the first hitting error.
And just a little miscue as well, you know, just the set not quite there with the timing.
Great swing out of the true freshman, Megan Whitty. Blocked down, and that's Whitty again. Bobby goes to the bench, makes a substitution in the fourth, and Megan says, I'm ready, coach. Let's do this.
Good press over there. We saw in the replay. Giving DePaul no space to hit through. Pressing over strong.
Number 11 ties it at 11. And the other substitution paying dividends. Olivia Chernagel, the freshman out of Waconia, Minnesota, forces DePaul to use the timeout as the Panthers take the lead.
Good block there, diving in, taking away that strong side of DePaul's middle. So back-to-back, great blocks.
Let's take a look at some more great plays for UNI. Kaylissa Arndorfer, a 6'1" sophomore out of Waterloo West, Iowa, Waterloo West High School. You'll see some offense and you'll see some defense here from Kaylissa. You know you hit it hard when the ball comes back. You can tell her mission's not just to get a kill on a lot of these, it's to actually pop the volleyball, to hit it that hard.
That's great, but she does it on offense and defense. On offense, you're going to see her swinging from a variety of locations. Majority on that right side, but she's going to swing out of the middle. Sometimes in serve receive, she'll swing from the left side. But then she is just a strong presence at the net for blocking. She puts up a solid block. And when she is playing middle, she moves well side to side. So when she is on, when she's having a great match, her presence is known. You have to know where number 17 is. And she gets on fire, and for UNI, they're happy to see it today.
She averages 2.1 kills per set, a 180 average cumulative on the season, and second best on the team in kills per set. And out of the timeouts, the Panthers have used one timeout. DePaul has used one timeout, and it's a 1-point difference. Hammer time again. Megan Whitty. Good form and finish.
Good approach. She transitioned out. Went up. Swung strong against that double block. Donna Brown, though.
The quick answer.
Quick answer.
Well, that is a huge credit to the passing of DePaul to be able to get Brown so involved.
Exactly. They're a good ball control team, DePaul.
Ball hits so hard, it pops back to UNI's side almost immediately after the Whitty swing. Back set. There's another shot for the highlight reel.
Off speed that time. She's trying to go sharp cross again. This time the right side off blocker for DePaul touches it. It kind of looked like the backcourt player might have been able to pick it up. But a good spot when you have two defenders trying to get it, not able to.
Back row swing. Alden's there defensively for UNI. Push to the back row. Oh, she was tracking it, and then it just clipped up, and unable to get underneath it was Hannah Carl. Nice play.
Yep, a good, what maybe you would call a power tip. She's really throwing it to that deep corner, that line shot. She was off the net, so that was a good choice, a good option to do. UNI trying to string together 1 or 2 points here. Unfortunately, another service error.
Four service errors today for Donner and Arndorfer. 14 total for UNI. But the Panthers lead by 1. And a substitution for DePaul here. Coming in will be Isabel Banez, the senior out of Chicago, Illinois, as she'll come in to replace Brown. The down official talking, and we're good to go now. 15-14, play to 25, win by 2. DePaul has won the first and the third sets. And Ingarado with the kill. That's one of your keys to the match, right?
Get middles involved, yes. A good connection there between Alden and Inga coming off the net. They're moving so close to that outside, but good job by Inga following that setter, staying in front of her, making herself available as an option, and Alden finds her.
Roll shot over the block. Battle, joust. Popping it up. Good swing. Donner can't handle it. They went straight down the line. That's a lot of heat on that one.
It was a lot of heat. Donner in the right spot. Got her platform on it, but not able to control it inside the court.
16-15 now. DePaul trails by 1. Murray with a service error. And the Panthers get a freebie. And Sinnell will check into the rotation. And the serve will be Whitty. Beth West and Eric Braley here on the broadcast. Again, a huge shout out to our engineer, Michael Reber, our director, AC Glassford, producer, Chris Davis, replay, Michelle Van Dorn, running the audio, and all of our great camera operators as well, bringing you all the sights and sounds of this non-conference battle between DePaul of the Big East and UNI of the Missouri Valley Conference. Service ace, and DePaul ties it at 17.
It was a quick 2 points there. They got the side out, able to get some points on their serve. Just when UNI was pushing ahead, DePaul right there.
Miscommunication there on the serve receive. An ace. Jill Presley. What can she not do today? 18 kills. That service ace makes 2 for her today. She also has 16 digs.
It's very comfortable on the court for a freshman, playing all the way around, doing whatever DePaul needs. Wow.
Wow is right.
Wow.
Back-to-back service aces. She has 3 and a timeout for the freshman. 3 service aces in a row. 18 kills, hitting .394 as well.
It's a great day.
Let's take a look at what DePaul has coming up after today and this 3 matches and 3-day road trip. I might as well just stay in the state of Iowa, taking on Iowa State March 12th and 13th, and then the Big East tournament coming up, as that's April 2nd and 3rd. It's a much shortened and condensed Big East schedule for DePaul here in the spring.
It is. playing everyone twice, but because they split it into 2 parts, you're right, it is shorter, giving them the opportunity to fit in some non-conference. So it'll be interesting to see how the Iowa State-DePaul matchup goes this week.
Now let's flip and look at what UNI has coming up after today. Again, this all pending potential change, as UNI was expecting to play Illinois State this weekend. But at Valparaiso, their final home volleyball matches of the year, of the spring season, are hosting Loyola March 21st and 22nd, and then at Bradley to close out on March 27th and 28th before the conference tournament, April 4th through the 7th. And where Valparaiso, Loyola, and Bradley are in the conference standings, it's neck and neck with UNI. Well, DePaul doesn't get a service ace out of that. But UNI trying to get the side out. It's in! Oh my! Wow!
Painting the sideline there. Yammer with no approach, just
like
getting the ball over.
She's a true freshman out of the country Turkey. Great up, but love the hustle, love the pursuit. But Avery Evans-Allen swung hard. And it's DePaul 20, UNI 18. We're in the 4th set. The Panthers in a must-win scenario. Nice pass. Here's the set. Near side Sinel again. That'll go. Yammer Sinel with 9 kills now.
Starts with a great serve receive pass. Alden with the set. And good job by Sinel putting it away. Some clutch swings from her. Good to see.
Fearless. Eric Braley, what is one adjective to describe her? Fearless.
There you go. Agree.
On the slide, wow. Like clockwork for DePaul. Emma Price, the pass is on the money, the set, perfect. And it's hard to just stop that.
It is. It's a good offensive strategy there with the quick middles. They're really sticking to the quick sets for the middle in front of the setter and the slide for the right side behind.
Another service ace, and DePaul pulling away here. UNI out of timeouts. It's 22-19. And now some communication on UNI saying, okay, how are we going to take this next serve coming from Phoenix Lee? It's a service ace again. And that's just deflating for UNI here.
Phoenix Lee putting some speed on that serve. UNI wanting to really hold their platforms tight because that ball's moving. It's a float serve. It's moving on you. So if your arms are swinging, that's when we're seeing it turn into an ace. Great block.
And then a block right in front of us here near sideline. Bailey Nelson teaming up there.
Kalyssa letting that ball come down. It was so tight, though. When it's tight like that, you got to go high.
This brings up match point for DePaul. And an attack error is how this ends. And it was very competitive in the first 2 sets. Then we saw DePaul kind of pull away and look really strong in the 3rd and the 4th.
Yeah, back and forth in those first 2 sets. It was anybody's ball game. DePaul really at the end pushing through in critical points. It was always close in the early 20s range, or late, 19 points. But DePaul, yeah, pushing through at the end.
I'm glad that this match happened today.
Yes, agreed, yes.
It was not planned on, but pivot, and that's the way we're living life right now. And DePaul and UNI, for the first time since 1990, faced off. DePaul wins as both teams head back to their respective conference schedules. For Beth West, I'm Eric Braley saying so long from Cedar Falls. The final score is DePaul 3, UNI 1. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Back to a little bit of normal. Take care, drive safely, and good night now.